In March 2011, along the banks of the Blanchard River in Findlay, Ohio, a tragedy unfolded that would reveal a complex web of manipulation, vulnerability, and systemic failure. But to understand what happened to Vera Jo Reigle, known to many as Sugar Babe, we need to understand who she really was, beyond the headlines that would later sensationalize her story. What many don't know is that Vera Jo had an IQ of 36, equivalent to a second grader's mental capacity. Despite this, she managed to attend special education classes at Findlay High School until the 11th grade, a fact that speaks to her determination. Court records revealed something rarely discussed. Vera Jo had a legal guardian appointed by the state until age 18. However, upon reaching adulthood, she fell through the cracks of the system. No follow-up guardianship was ever established. In 2010, at age 24, Vera Jo became a mother. What's often overlooked is that she was an attentive parent despite her limitations. Her daughter's pediatric records showed she never missed a scheduled appointment. A little-known fact emerged during the investigation. Vera Jo kept a diary. Written in childlike handwriting, it documented her daily life, including her fear of trains, an eerily prophetic detail given what would later occur. Court documents revealed that Vera Jo was receiving disability benefits, but there's something most reports missed. These benefits were being managed by others with no oversight from Adult Protective Services. The investigation would uncover a disturbing pattern. Security footage from local stores showed Vera Jo was often accompanied by others when shopping, never allowed to handle money herself, despite being legally entitled to her own benefits. What's rarely mentioned is that multiple neighbors reported concerns to local authorities in the months leading up to March 2011. Official records show at least 3 separate calls to social services, none of which resulted in direct intervention. In the weeks before her death, Vera Jo was seen regularly at the local library. The librarian later testified that she would spend hours looking at picture books about families and making crafts, a detail that highlights her childlike nature and search for connection. Perhaps the most overlooked aspect of this case was revealed in the coroner's report. Vera Jo had recently been learning to write her daughter's name. A partially completed practice sheet was found among her belongings. In the aftermath of tragedy, Findlay made changes. The county implemented new protocols for following up on vulnerable adults after they age out of youth services, a detail that's often lost in telling this story. Vera Jo's case directly led to 3 new protective measures being added to local social service guidelines.